All of you people that say that Jesus would never judge me or that Jesus never got angry, I invite you to come to John chapter 2 with me. Let's start with verse 13. Now the Passover of the Jews was at hand, and Jesus went up to Jerusalem. And he found in the temple those who sold oxen and sheep and doves, and the money changers doing business. When he had made a whip of cords, he drove them all out of the temple with the sheep and the oxen, and poured out the changers' money and overturned the tables. And he said to those who sold doves, "Take these things away. Do not make my Father's house a house of merchandise." Then his disciples remembered that it was written, "Zeal for your house has eaten me up." Jesus had no problem judging us. Look what he did to the money changers at the temple. Now, if you don't know the history about what's going on there, let me give you a brief explanation. The money changers were there to convert Roman coins into temple coins because Roman coins were not allowed in the temple. So they had to change it to Roman coins. Well, the exchange rate was basically they made it up as they went along. Another thing they would do is if say you had to bring a sheep, God required you to bring the best sheep you had, perfect if at all possible, unblemished and everything like that. So what would happen was a Jew would bring a sheep there, and one of the people there that had sheep would say, "Hey, that sheep's not good enough for the sacrifice. Give me that sheep and this amount of money, and I'll give you this sheep, which is better." And then that person would take that sheep, and the sheep that they had brought with them would get sold to the next Jew that came along with a sheep needing to be sacrificed. Jesus was not happy about any of this. So if you believe that Jesus never judged, John chapter 2, starting in verse 13, proves that he very well did judge people, and he got quite angry at them too. I mean, seriously, he was flipping tables and yelling and screaming at them. Jesus wasn't some peace-loving hippie. Oh no, he wasn't some peace-loving hippie. At least not the Jesus of the Bible. Now, if you're wondering how Jesus will be when he comes back, I invite you to Revelation chapter 19, verse 11. Now I saw heaven opened, and behold, a white horse. And he who sat on him was called Faithful and True, and in righteousness he judges and makes war. His eyes were like the flame of fire, and on his head he wore many crowns. He had a name written that no one knew except himself. He was clothed with a robe dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of God. As always, God bless, and be good.